Okay, guys, let's start. So in the previous this program, we discussed about the how functions are looking like, how we are having the local variables, how we are having the global variables, how we can access the local variables, and how we can access the global variables. Right now, now we will try something different. Okay, let me make this code little bit less. Let me remove some of the things here, and let me remove here as well. All right. Now here I am keeping the pass. Now I guess you guys know what pass is. Okay. So I am removing this thing as well. And I am removing this thing as well. This is the local variable. Okay, let's keep it as it is. Okay. And I'm saying A is 89 here, right? Now we know this global variable. I will say something like this. Print, and I will say GLO global num is, and after that I will say here num, right? Now if I will run this program, so what will happen here? Will you get any kind of error? Let's see. Yes, we got error in line number 17. He is saying my name is not defined, and here we are trying to access the name, but there is no variable by the name. That means this is wrong, since we have removed some other code, and we will remove this thing as well. One second. Okay. Now let's run it again and see what will be the output here. Okay, now it is saying hello because of this thing. Then it's saying global num is 34. Now you guys know what is happening here. We're declaring and assigning the value here. Here as then defining the function. Then doing this. Then saying a is 2000. Then we are calling the fun function. That means this function has been executed. Here you are saying a is equal to 89, then you are saying print global num is num. So what will happen here? It will look first for the num variable within this function itself. There is no num, and it will come outside the function and look as a global variable. Okay, there is 34, right? And it's trying to print the 34 here. Then we are calling the fun2, and fun2 is pass. As I am saying in the class as well, when we are saying pass, it means do nothing. Okay, nothing he is doing here. Now I wanted to do this thing. Now see here, I want to do this thing. I want to do num, that global variable num. I will say num1 here equal to num, and this num is a global variable, that's 34, and I want to add just the 34 to this num, and after that I want to print num1. Okay, now let's see here, and you are getting the 68 here. That means you can access this 34 here as well, right? And I will say here comma, and I will say here num1 is, right? Now let me remove this thing as well as of now, because I need certain kind of a space here. Okay, so now I want to do something like this. I want num equal to num plus 2. Num equal to num plus 2. That means that global variable I want to modify here. I want to modify the value of global variable num. When I am saying print, and here I will say now, now now num is comma, and I will say num. Okay, now I will print it. Let me print it. See what will happen. Okay, it is saying can't access a local variable now where it is not associated with a value. So here what he is trying to do is he is trying to find the local variable num. There is no local variable num here, right? And that is why it is throwing an error, and it is saying where it is not associated with a value. That means it is saying you that this num is not having any kind of a value assigned to it, right? But the value is assigned to it. That means when you want to modify the global variable, at that time you have to explicitly say that I am trying to use the global num. I am trying to use the global num here. Now if I will run it, I guess now it will not give you any kind of a output here. Okay, it is saying fun2 is not defined, Let me remove this thing as well. Now let's run it. Okay, now you are getting the now num is 36. So check here. Here we have modified the num2 and now its value is 36. Means if we are changing the value of num1 here, that means this num is now replaced by with 36. It's not replaced by with 34. So now if I will try to access it here, that is the outside the function, and if I'm saying num global outside is, and here I will say comma num. Okay, now let me print it out and check the output. Okay, now it is saying num global outside is 36, means this num, that is your global, it has been modified now, right? But the thing is, you can't directly modify it. You have to say your function that I am trying to modify the global variable num, then it can give you the access like this. Okay, I hope this is also clear here. Okay, now we will move to the next program, and we will talk about parameters and arguments. Okay, see you in the next video.